Imagine a fleet of sleek longships slicing through the icy waves of the North Sea, their sails billowing in the wind. Yet, these fierce warriors were far more than the bloodthirsty raiders of popular legend. In fact, their true story is one of incredible innovation, exploration, and cultural exchange. Today, we will uncover 5 shocking truths that rewrite everything you thought you knew about the Vikings. For instance, did you know that Vikings established trade routes stretching from Constantinople to North America? Or that their society had surprisingly progressive laws and rights for women and slaves? This video will take you on an epic journey to discover the real Vikings, beyond the myths and Hollywood cliches. So, get ready to have your mind blown by the untold story of these Norse pioneers. We will explore how their advanced shipbuilding techniques allowed them to cross vast oceans. Their legacy shaped the modern world in ways you would never imagine. Imagine a civilization whose ships were so advanced they could navigate both open oceans and shallow rivers with equal ease. These Norse mariners designed vessels that combined incredible speed with remarkable durability for their time. Their legendary longships featured sleek hulls and flexible sails, allowing them to catch every whisper of wind. Picture a dragon-headed prow cutting through fierce North Atlantic storms while dozens of rowers powered onward. This shipbuilding mastery enabled voyages across distances that seemed impossible to others. They journeyed to places no European had ever seen or even dreamed of exploring before. Now, let us reconsider those infamous Viking raids that dominate popular imagination. Those attacks were far from random bursts of mindless violence, as often portrayed. Historians now recognize they followed careful seasonal patterns and sophisticated strategic planning. Raiders typically struck during summer months when seas were calm and coastal defenses were weaker. Their notorious assault on Lindisfarne's monastery in 793 was a brilliantly calculated move. Monastic communities held significant wealth, yet often had minimal protection during that era. Meanwhile, back in Scandinavia, Viking society cultivated surprisingly advanced legal traditions. Their thing assemblies provided public forums where free men debated laws and resolved disputes. Women in Norse culture enjoyed rights that were extraordinary for the time period. A Viking wife could inherit property, initiate divorce, and reclaim her dowry if the marriage ended. Compare that to most medieval women who had very limited legal standing across Europe. Their trading networks spanned continents in ways that continue to astonish historians today. Norse merchants established routes linking their homelands to vibrant markets in Baghdad and Constantinople. Silver coins from distant Islamic lands have been found in Viking hordes throughout Scandinavia. These traders moved goods like Norwegian furs and African ivory across vast distances. Their economic influence stretched from North American shores to the Caspian Sea simultaneously. Speaking of incredible journeys, their exploration achievements defy modern expectations completely. Viking ships reached North America nearly 500 years before Columbus sailed. Leif Erikson founded a settlement at Newfoundland's L'Anse aux Meadows around the year 1000. This was not an accidental landing, but a deliberate colonization effort that lasted years. They named this new territory Vinland, after the wild grapes they found growing there. Their cultural legacy extends far beyond the swords and shields of Hollywood depictions. Norse settlers established vibrant communities from Russia's riverways to France's coastlines. The city of Dublin began as a Viking trading post in the 9th century originally. Their influence permanently altered languages, place names, and political structures across Europe. Modern English contains hundreds of words borrowed from Old Norse vocabulary, surprisingly. Perhaps most shocking is how Vikings gradually embraced Christianity while preserving their identity. This religious transformation unfolded over generations through complex cultural exchanges. Some leaders adopted Christianity for political advantages when dealing with European kingdoms. Others genuinely embraced the new faith while still honoring their ancestral traditions. By the 11th century, most Norse kingdoms had officially become Christian nations. Their disappearance as Vikings coincided with the centralization of royal power in Scandinavia. Kings grew strong enough to prohibit traditional raiding against Christian lands effectively. Climate changes made agriculture more reliable in previously challenging northern territories. Many former raiders transitioned to farming or international trade occupations peacefully. The Viking Age did not end abruptly, but faded gradually over decades. What remains is their extraordinary legacy as pioneers, innovators, and world changers. They connected civilizations across continents when others saw only empty oceans. Their descendants became rulers of England, Normandy, Sicily, and even distant Russia. Next time you encounter a Viking in popular culture, recall the complex reality behind the myth. These were not simple barbarians, but one of history's most fascinating civilizations, truly. Now consider the personal stories that bring this history to life in vivid detail. Imagine a young Viking trader negotiating deals in bustling Baghdad markets filled with exotic spices. Or picture a Norse woman managing a farm while her husband explored unknown Western lands. These individuals made choices that shaped their world in profound ways we can still appreciate today. Their daily lives were filled with challenges and opportunities that defined their era. The Viking Age was also marked by incredible artistic and literary achievements that often go unnoticed. Skalds composed intricate poems that preserved their history and mythology for future generations. Artisans crafted beautiful jewelry and carvings that displayed sophisticated craftsmanship and symbolism. These cultural expressions reveal a society that valued beauty and storytelling as much as strength and exploration. Furthermore, their impact on global geography and navigation cannot be overstated. Viking explorers mapped coastlines and established trade routes that influenced centuries of travel. Their knowledge of winds, currents, and stars enabled them to traverse vast distances with surprising accuracy. This navigational expertise laid groundwork for future European exploration and expansion across the world. In the end, the true story of the Vikings is one of adaptation and transformation across centuries. They evolved from feared raiders to respected traders and settlers in numerous regions. Their ability to integrate into new cultures while retaining their identity is a testament to their resilience. This dynamic history offers valuable lessons about cultural exchange and human innovation throughout ages. So, as we reflect on these revelations, remember that history is always more nuanced than it first appears. The Vikings were complex figures whose legacy continues to influence our modern world in subtle ways. From language to law, their contributions echo through time, inviting us to look beyond stereotypes. Their story reminds us that understanding the past requires seeing the full picture with all its contradictions and wonders. The Vikings' epic tale presents us with a stunning paradox of fierce destruction and brilliant creation across centuries. Their legendary raids brought terror, yet their trade networks and settlements built foundations for our modern world. This incredible duality teaches us that human progress is never a simple story of good versus evil. We can see their legacy in our globalized economy and our relentless drive to explore new frontiers today. Their spirit lives on in every entrepreneur and adventurer pushing boundaries right now. What are your thoughts on this complex legacy of the Norse pioneers? Please share your personal reflections in the comments below this very video. If this journey beyond the horned helmets surprised you, smash that like button to support our channel. Ultimately, does their story prove that history's greatest truths are found in the shadows between myth and reality?